Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, thank you guys. Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. So today I'm gonna be. Hey, shh. Hey guys, thank you very much for joining with me in today's afternoon. Today I'm gonna be delivering the speech that everybody has been waiting for. That everybody has been waiting for. This speech will be something that is life-changing. Vote me for general election. So, a little bit of a introductory before we get on with the with everything. So Singapore is having a general election in this very very soon, actually, this year, and there's gonna be a lot of things changing, especially if you vote us. And the reason why you should vote us, you'll find out sooner or later. In fact, you'll find out within this talk. I'm gonna make it incredible for you guys, don't worry. Okay, here we go. So general election 2025, very very important, and we're gonna make it a good one. So here is what we're going to be doing, or what I am going to be doing in today's speech. No one else is going to do this thing. So here is what we're going to be covering for today's speech, because first we're going to be touching on who are we first, in case some of you guys don't know who I am. Why must you vote in the first place? The importance of voting. What will we do? Not you, we. And why vote us? So this is what we're going to be covering in today's presentation. I hope you guys enjoy. And we're going to begin right now. Yeah. Okay. Thank you guys very much again for joining us this afternoon. And today we're going to be covering the general election. In fact, no, we're going to be covering about us, okay? I mean, the general election is part of it. Okay, so first we're going to start off with, who are we? You know, I feel like I really shouldn't be covering on this slide because, you know, a lot of people are very familiar with our whatever we do. But if you don't know us, that means you're living under rocks. So we're going to be covering on who are we. My boss told me to put this slide. I didn't really want to put this slide, but too bad. I need to follow protocol. I'm the boss. So, who are we? Here is our party that we're going to... this is the party. Yeah. So, we have a lot of people in our party, actually, but these are the main four that we're going to be touching on for today. So first, we have Jordan Chua. He's the CEO of the party and also a trillionaire, if you guys didn't know already. Again, if you don't know this, you are living under rocks. We also have Mac Ng, who is my associate. I own this entire thing, okay? Mac Ng is just my associate. He has a gang as well, because, you know, in life... Hello, bruh. And my clicker broken. I'm so sorry about that. Oh, the presentation's broken. Okay, so now we also have Zaya Tan, who is also my associate, and yeah, here are all the photographs of him, okay? We have Zaliat Tan. He's my associate as well. He's also sometimes hungry, because in life we can get hungry sometimes. Don't admit it, you guys have been hungry many times or so, because that's what it's just how you live. If you're not hungry, then that means there's a problem. Don't know how, like a robot or something. And we also have Arya Wong, who is my associate as well. In fact, all of these are my associates, and also the CSM. I don't know what that means actually. My boss told me to put in Central Fire Station. But the thing is, in our party, we strive to have many people inside. We strive to have a lot of diversity. We are always welcoming everybody. So this actually was our party in 1891. Yes, this party has been going on for a very long time. This is actually the same year the fire station was constructed. But like I emphasized, we have a lot of diversity in our party. So we also have our updated party list for 2025. We have Jordan Chua, Jordan Chua is still the CEO and is still a trillionaire. I mean, once a trillionaire, always a trillionaire. We also have Jordan Chua, who is the CEO and a chef, because in our party we need people to cook to be the cook. And we also have Jordan Chua, who is from Thailand, because again, we always like to emphasize on diversity and like welcoming everybody from everywhere. And we also have Jordan Dua, who's our security guard. Just in case any bad things happen, we always have a security guard around. Now that you guys are familiar with who is in our party, we are going to be introducing to you what is our party. You know, general election 2025, every party must have a name, right? Well, I would like to welcome to you guys the particle. Please vote for the particle for general election 2025. Oh, but who are you? I just told you. But not knowing us is just not knowing us may not always be enough. So we are gonna let you know what we are going to be doing for the general election. But right before we do that, we have a little more. We have a little short introduction of who, a little bit more in depth of who we are. So, sure, esteemed citizens, radiant supporters, and curious onlookers, compelling, who have. Okay, so now we're gonna be moving on to something a little bit more, educational. Why should you vote in the first place? You know, it's a very important thing to know why general elections even happen in the first place, why these kind of things always happen. So why should I vote? So we can win. Now we're going to be moving on to what will we do for the general election 2025? You know, we can be like amazing. We can have a lot of handsome people in our team, but more importantly is what we are going to be doing for the when we are the managers. So here is what we're going to do. Listen up. Number 1, we are going to be installing air conditioning everywhere. So, you know, Singapore temperatures are always super unbelievably high. And, you know, I always back up my claims with proof. And here is my proof. Look at that, 33 degrees, right? That's a lie. That's what the weather app tells you. But they only put that so that they can attract more investors into Singapore. They think, the investors will think, oh, Singapore actually not that hot. But it's, if you see the fine print over here, where's my arm? Feels like 41 degrees Celsius, not Fahrenheit, Celsius. So it is super hot, okay? So we are going to be installing air conditioning everywhere, on sidewalks, even on the road. Everywhere is going to be air conditioned, and installing air conditioning can cool down Singapore and just make it such a nice place to live in. And, you know, when you walk out with desserts, with ice cream, it just won't melt the moment you go out, and you also won't melt when you go out. So that's the first thing. This is only the first thing, by the way. Are you ready for the next few ones? You better be ready. So, number 2, we're going to be installing travelators because they enhance efficiency like crazy. So, we're going to be replacing all of the roads. See, this is a picture of a Singapore highway after we've installed the travelators. The road below is actually a typical road, but by replacing all roads, sidewalks, and even hills with travelators, there's just no more excuse for walking slowly or even commuting slowly. You will never ever be late to your next appointment. You will never ever be late to your next job interview. So the roads will be replaced with conveyor belts so that, you know, when cars drive on it, they can go twice as fast and also save more petrol. Who doesn't want that? Come on. And same applies for walking. We're going to be installing escalators, travelators everywhere you go with these movers, we install it everywhere so everybody can walk twice as fast, or maybe even walking the same distance, you may not walk twice as fast, but you get there twice as fast. That's right. So, number 4, we're going to be getting flexible with the public transport, okay? You know, all of our team members, all of my, the staff members, slaves, they're all very, very flexible, including me. That's not a good demonstration, but we're going to be getting flexible with the public transport. So, you know, Singapore has always been building a lot of MRT stations everywhere, and that's amazing. But we're going to be taking it a step further. Right now, MRTs are always being built underground, like inside, underneath the floor. But, you know, with Singapore, we don't have that much space. We don't have that much space underground to always build so many trains. Eventually, we're going to dig so deep that we're going to reach the center core, and I'm pretty sure there's lava over there. So we are just going to be building upwards. So no more space underground, no problem, just go higher, like this image that we have drawn out over here. Okay, we drew that by hand. Okay, we took a pencil and we drew it and colored it with color pencils, the same one I used to color my broken table. And we're just going to be building above the HDB so that there's no problem about privacy, there's no worries about space. If any problem, just build even higher. We can have so many MRT lines this way. More MRT lines, more happy clients. It's just very happy. Yeah. We can also install restrooms inside buses so that people can take the digit number 1 or the digit number 2 while they're commuting. So, you know, just like a high-speed train, maybe in Japan, Korea, we can have bathrooms everywhere so that people can do their own business. They can do more than just their business inside the bus. That sounds very wrong. I'm so sorry. But we're going to be getting flexible with the public transport. Next up, we are going to be introducing a free water everywhere. Every single place you go, whether is it a park, is it a pub, or a club, or a truck, or I don't know any other rhymes, we're gonna be having free water everywhere. I mean, here's an example. So, restaurants always charge for water, right? I mean, in some way, it makes sense because water, may not be, I mean, it's water, come on. But restaurants charge for them, and that's very normal in Singapore. A lot of tourists are very starstruck by this. But look at Japan, look at Korea. This picture was taken in a car rental place. Which car rental place? Actually, I'm pretty sure car rental place give a lot of water, but no. In malls, there's free water like other Southeast countries, but Singapore is missing. So we are going to be introducing free water everywhere, okay? Yes, flavor water is also better. Flavor water, in life we cannot. Next. Ooh, okay, so there's a problem that we're having everywhere, not just Singapore, but we are going to be the first to take care of it. Inflation. Nobody likes inflation. Rising costs, everything's going up, grocery expenses are increasing. So we're just going to print more money to make this cash, make more people rich. Because, I mean, I don't know how nobody has thought of this in the first place, but we can just print more money and give money to everybody who needs the money. If the cost of living is increasing too much, okay, whatever, I'll give you more money. And it's really not so deep. I don't know why nobody has thought of this, but it's really not so difficult one. We will tackle the inflation, everything. There's no more worry about expensive stuff because we can just print money. Maybe businesses are not doing very well, or businesses are just closing down. It's okay, I'll just print money and give it to you. It's not so hard. Number 7, we're going to be enhancing the efficiency of everything by installing travelators everywhere. We're going to be replacing all roads, sidewalks, and hills with travelators. So as you can see, this is a picture of a typical road in Singapore. This highway is a typical road. This has not been renovated yet. But this thingy you see over here is replaced with conveyor belts. You can drive twice as fast and get to your location twice as fast. Who doesn't want that? Everything, you can save fuel, you can save time, you can save money, you can save everything. You can save a life sometimes. Maybe, I'm not sure, but as long as your Crocs don't get stuck in it. You can also save the world because walking is so fast now. People might not even need to drive or anything. We can also be replacing this with escalators so that people can, or escalators and travelators so that people do not, so that people can just take the travelator and they can get to their destination twice as fast. Who doesn't want that? Saves energy, saves time, saves money. Number 8. We are going to be installing bidets in every single toilet, public toilet, in Singapore. I feel like this is a need, right? I mean, everywhere you see may not always have a bidet, so we're just gonna install it. It's really not so difficult one. You just connect a pipe to it and you're good already. I don't feel like doing a demonstration right now. I know, no. Number 9, we are going to be installing super fast internet everywhere in Singapore. There's no more needs for SIM cards and tourist SIMs anymore because Wi-Fi is just available everywhere. When a tourist goes overseas, they have to tackle the hassle of purchasing a SIM card or a tourist plan in order to just stay connected in wherever they're going. But with this new system of insanely fast internet everywhere, tourists can pay Tourists can no longer. Tourists do not need to pay for SIM cards anymore. We can reduce the waste of SIM cards. We don't need SIM cards. Yeah, we don't need SIM cards. Okay, whatever. Just key in your info to your Wi-Fi and you are good to go. Fast Wi-Fi everywhere. People don't get lost if people get lost or if tourists get lost, not familiar with everything. It's okay. You're connected. You can call whoever you want. And most importantly, for content creators, IRL streaming will never be the same again. With insanely fast Wi-Fi everywhere, you'll never have to look at the disconnected stream for 10 minutes. All right, here we go. Number 10, we are going to be revamping cycling. So, I mean, we've already established the problem of the efficiency on the road and on feet, like these feet. But, maybe people still want to cycle. And I agree, cycling is incredible. It's very healthy. You can see everywhere. Bike paths in Singapore, they're good. We have a lot of bike paths everywhere, but we can make it even better. So instead of building like on the floor, next to the road, and taking up the road space, we can eliminate the bike paths on the road so that the roads will not only be bigger, you can add another lane, you can reduce traffic, you can reduce congestion. We're just gonna follow like the MRT tracks in Singapore and build upwards. So as you can see, this is a picture of the bicycle track. Why is this not working? The bicycle track on the thingy is going like, it's elevated. So not only we have better accessibility, you can just travel over like highways or anything, you don't need to go underpasses or even cycle illegally. You can just take the bicycle path. Not to mention, the higher you are, the cooler it is because it's more windy, it's more thing. Yeah, you get it lah. And number 11, we're gonna be fixing. You thought we were done, right? We thought it was only 10. No, we have more than that. Are you guys excited? I know you are. So we're gonna be tackling the small little issues first. So number 1, we're gonna be removing GST because if there's not enough money for like suppliers or whatever, we can just print more money. We already established that problem if money is not enough. Takeaway food, I believe, should be cheaper than the dine-in and not the opposite. This is actually factual in Australia. In Australia, majority of restaurants charge more for dining in than taking out because their thinking is that I forgot. I will get back to that if I remember. And number 3, school food should be complete. I remember. So they takeaway is cheaper because you dining in, you will need to pay for their services and stuff. Yeah, we need to pay for the washing, the electricity, the AC, everything. They all need to pay if you dine in. So you're basically paying for their services. But if you take away, you don't need them to clean the plates. All you just need is a tapa box, and then yeah. So I feel like we should do that in Singapore as well. And school food should be completely free. Again, if the vendors don't have enough money, just print more money. It's just that easy, guys. Number 12, and this is the last one. By the way, this is the 12 main points. Okay, we're gonna do so much more. You guys are not even ready yet. Make the island bigger. It's that simple. Singapore is a little red dot in Southeast Asia, but why waste the land? We can faster build before the soil becomes too soft. So first of all, you can see the remaining land in here. You see all the green parts, right? They're all just grass. There's really is not much you can see over there. So take it down. We don't need the grass anything. Replace it with more residential areas and also just build up. We can build all the way into the sky so that we can tackle the space issue and everything. Okay, we don't really need to worry about space anymore if we follow. Actually, no. Yeah, you don't need to worry about space anymore if we do these kind of things. Yeah, believe in us. And then most importantly, just if there's not enough land, just build more land. Just pour sand inside. I don't know where the sand goes when you pour it, but like eventually it will patch up one, right? If anything, just create more beaches in Singapore. Alright, so we would like to end off. Hello. So we would like to. We're not done yet, guys. Oh, wait, hold on. It's just malfunctioning. Okay. So, with all the things that we are going to be doing, we want to like to sum it up with a very, very inspirational quote by an amazing person. Embrace the audacity to dream boldly, the resilience to dance through challenges to paint the world with your unique and dazzling like true particles. Said by the Prime Minister of Clarke Quay, Kai Sing. Sounds like Tai Sing. Okay, number 4, and our final thing that we're going to cover is why vote us. All these incredible things that we have pointed out today are incredible, and you know it is, right? You must say yes. So, but this is what makes us stand out from the crowd. Okay, here we go. Firstly, we have $829 million, $41,748 inside our bank account, like right now. Okay, I would like to show it to you, but I can't because it's just too much. Like, oh my goodness. Okay, so that's not very nice. But also, we work 21 hours daily. Okay, this was the digit that we got on average, like on average, the amount of working that we do every time. So the amount of work we put in is tremendous, and this is why we're able to come up with these strategies that will bring good things. These beautiful things that I got. 323,000 people have already signed up. I'm not sure for what, but they've already signed up for, I assume, to join the party girl. And 386,000 kilometers is the distance between the Earth and the Moon. I forgot to change that. So we also have a sophisticated team in the Party Girl. I would like to say the Party Girl is more than just a team. It's a community. Because, I mean, we already said many times, we've said it so many times in this presentation. If you don't understand, that means you're not listening. I just realized I flipped you guys off. I'm so sorry. But said many times, we have a super big team who is so welcoming. And anyone can join anytime. So you guys saw the... Oh no, I'm so sorry. Okay, I know you guys are excited. I'm so sorry. But you're not supposed to cheer just yet. Thank you so much. You can hold your horses. Awesome words. Okay, so here are our home bases, all over the world. It's very important to establish lots of houses. So we have one in China, we have one in the United States. Like all these are like the office branches, and Perth, we don't have any in Perth, but I know a lot of Kwendas over there, but we just like to travel there on our free time, yeah. And here is our timeline for 2025. Okay, we keep saying all these so many things that we're going to be doing, but when? This is when. So phase 1, we're going to be, for the first quarter of 2025, we're going to be immediately distributing the free water and the policies and start printing money right away, okay? We're not even going to be, there's no intermission between, the moment, there's no intermission at all. We're just going to be starting to distribute the free cash everywhere. We also have the second quarter of the year to install the transport and revamp the bike paths and make sure they're all constructed while continuing to distribute money. In the third quarter of 2025, we're going to be having 60% of Singapore air-conditioned. I feel like that should be done earlier, but it takes time for great things to happen, yeah? That's how you should also take life. Nothing happens in life. Huh? No, nothing... Shut up. Singapore is air-conditioned, roads are conveyored, Wi-Fi, bidet coverage, all completely finished by the end of 2025. This is just what our timeline is. And you guys might be thinking, oh, whoa, that's a lot of work. I know, and we know. That is a lot of work for just 1 year, but that's just who we are. That's just the way. So just letting you know that this is only our first year. So you already know what's going to be happening for the next few years as Party Girl. So, not everything, the grass isn't always greener on the other side. So we're going to be using some percentages to, come clean and be bold and honest and upright with you guys. 25% of the time we are lazy. Don't lie, you guys are also very lazy sometimes as well. You guys are choosing to watch this instead of actually doing work, but it's okay. Now that you're already watching it, we're going to be wrapping up very soon, okay? That's actually a lie. I'm not so sure actually, but at least we are not lazy enough to not tell you about this fact, okay? A good we take honesty very important, and that's why we're telling you all of these digits. 50% of the time we're working at home, 50% of the time we're working in the office. Time zones exist, so we're just going to make sure that there's a lot of coverage, but cut us some slack. I know you guys say that to yourselves a lot, okay? We're just trying to resonate with you guys, okay? Because it's true. If you guys have never done this before, you have done this before. 75% of our skills are singing. So, in case not everything sunshine and rainbows, we have some talent to just cheer you guys up, okay? We have a lot of ukuleles distributed in our office, so that if we want to ever offer apologies. And yeah, that's this slide is just mainly us being upfront to you guys. And yeah. So now you guys might not be convinced fully. So we got some testimonials from people. We got Jasmine Lowe over here, who says that he's very good. He's like the best I've ever seen. You must vote. It's good. We also have John James over here, who says that Neptune is the 4th largest planet by diameter in the entire so I don't think my looks like Mac did not make the slides properly, but it's okay. We are very inclusive all the time. That's why we always rotate our employees. So we also have Kate Day. It's also wrong. My goodness. Okay, so don't worry about it. But these are only 3. I'm sorry, only 1 testimonial. Just 1. This is the best one. We have so many more that we just haven't covered in this thingy. So, after everything has been said, what do you have to do? What you have to do right now is to mark your calendars. 3rd March, okay? Remember to elect better don't skip, because especially don't skip our name, because it's very important. You guys want that money, right? You guys want that bidets everywhere. You guys want the aircon everywhere, right? That's right. Better mark your calendars right now. I'm pretty sure this is the wrong date. I'm so sorry about that. It's okay, but very important date right here. Okay, make sure you mark it down in your calendars. What was that? Now, after everything has been said, I know there's a lot of information that you guys have been taking down taking down tonight, but we would like to end it off with a very heartwarming sentence delivered by our CEO Trillionaire. You're not your when you're yourself. Be yourself. Thank you guys very much for joining tonight's. Thank you guys very much for joining tonight's talk about why you should vote the Partigo for the election in 2022-5. Thank you guys very much for attending the talk. I hope it has been very insightful for you guys, and you guys have no questions. If you'd like to visit our website, please visit this, and we have connected us all of our socials. Don't look at this one, and if you'd like to drop us an email for feedback, do leave us an email at this, and do not call this number. Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah, so thank you guys very much for joining the talk, and I really would like to thank you guys very much for joining tonight's talk. Why am I holding the mic like that? Thank you guys very much for joining the talk tonight. It's been my pleasure serving all of you guys. I'm not serve. You guys should be thanking me for delivering this speech. Okay, thank you guys so much for being here tonight. If you guys would like to connect with us, please visit the social media platforms, and thank you guys very much for joining with us tonight as we managed to deliver our insightful speech on why you should vote the Partigo for 2025. And thank you guys so much for joining our talk tonight. I really hope you get home safe. Make sure you drive home safe, and make sure you also get home safe, and also appreciate the last few moments you have with the train, because we're just going to be revamping everything. If you guys are cycling home, just make sure you check. Bye-bye. Cheer lah, come on, louder. Cheer, louder. Not loud enough. Clap more. Say something also. Why so quiet one after the stream? Louder. Clap louder. Wait, why soften? Hey, you better do it again. Yes, thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for joining tonight's talk. Louder, guys, louder. Not loud enough. Never go NS before, is it?